Oh, but you'll see. You'll see how all of this plays out. So the slums are underground, and the main portion of Midgar is on the surface. Well, the main portion is the slums, because that's where most people live. The elite live on that plate we heard about. You gotta have a lot of money. Most people live in the slums. So it's very... The plate is literally upper crust. Pun intended. But it's also, you know, that's how it is. And most people live in the slums just trying to eke out life. Try to leave.
Listen, Cloud, I'm asking you. Please join us.
Sorry, Tifa.
The planet is dying. Slowly but surely, it's dying. Someone has to do something.
Let Barrett and his buddies do something about it. It's got nothing to do with me.
So, you're really leaving? You're just gonna walk right out on ignoring your childhood friend?
What? How can you say that?
You forgot the promise, too.
Promise?
So you did forget. Remember, Cloud? It was 7 years ago.
Flashback time!
Look, the well. Do you remember?
Yeah, back then. Thought you'd never come. It's getting a little cold.
Sorry I'm late. You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Come this spring, I'm leaving town for Midgar.
All the boys are leaving town.
I'm different from them. I'm not just gonna find a job. I want to join Soldier. Close up at Cloud's face, he looks like a wannabe pretty boy. I assume 7 years ago they were 14, 15. Like they're actually, I think, they're 18 in now. So like back then they're supposed to be like 11. I believe is how it's supposed to be. Why can't people be paid in batteries? I'm gonna be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Well, then you want to be somebody else. Ho ho ho! Shots fired already.
Sephiroth? The great Sephiroth?
Don't worry, we'll get to Sephiroth later. Can't wait for that backlash.
Isn't it hard to join Soldier?
I probably won't be able to come back to this town for a while. And the shade tossing begins. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Huh?
If you make it, will you be in the newspapers?
Can't keep up the high-pitched voice. I'll try.
Hey, let's make a promise. If you get really famous and I'm ever in a bind, you'll come save me, right?
What?
If I'm ever in trouble, my hero will come and rescue me. I want to experience that at least once.
What?
Come on, promise me.
Alright, I promise. Come on, Cloud, keep your promise! Hey, a shooting star.
You remember now, don't you? Our promise?
I'm not a hero, and I'm not famous, so I can't keep our promise.
You got... Come on, you gotta keep your promise.
Wait a sec, big-time soldier. Promise is a promise. Here. See Barrett's stash. 1,500 gil. This is my pay. Don't make me laugh.
What? Then you'll...
You got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. What?
It's okay, it's okay. We're really hurting for help, right?
That money's for Marlene's schooling. 2,000.
Thanks, Cloud.
Wait for rain to come and you'll be rescued. Hey, don't be down. No reason to be sad. That's what stream is for. We're supposed to laugh, have fun.
Morning, Cloud. Did you sleep well?
Next to you, who wouldn't?
I don't know what you mean. I'm going this time.
Yay! Target's Sector 5 reactor. Head for the station first. I'll fill you in on the train. Yo, Cloud, for the next mission, got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use materia. I didn't hear him agree. It's fine. It's just, yeah, Tifa will just drag Cloud if she has to. Don't worry about it. Really don't know how to use materia. I'll give you that materia we found. Just teach me how to use it. You wouldn't understand. Now, okay, this is tutorial time. This is where we learn about materia. So all of you that don't know Final Fantasy VII, listen up. This is extremely important. Alright. Sure. I'm going to do this as Cloud's voice. I'll explain how materia works. First, access the materia menu, which we now have access to. Press menu, of course, to bring up the menu. Directional buttons move the cursor. Like this. Like so, which I've already done. Several times. It's okay, go into the menu, blah blah, just push cancel. See, let's go ahead. Select the materia submenu. Okay. Select who you want to use it. Look at my weapon here. Each weapon and armor has slots in it. Now, our current armor does not, but later they will. Choose which slot you want to put materia in. That restore magic we got. Now select the materia you want to use. Let me go over what each thing means here because I don't remember if Cloud does it or not. You will see equip restore magic. Restore. You see stars. I don't know if my mouse will show up on stream. Oh, good, it does. Because it says PC after all. The star is the level of the materia. As the you see here, to next level 2500 AP. This is what AP is for. When it gains a star, it gains a new ability. When it reaches 5 stars, it's mastered, and you will receive a duplicate of the materia. That is really important. So when restore is maxed out, you'll have this one maxed out and you'll have all the abilities, but you'll also get an extra restore materia at level 1. It'll start base like this. Over here are the abilities you can use. You'll start with 1. So we start with Cure, which is your basic healing sword. Which is your basic healing sword? Yes, well, I was reading chat. Thanks. Buster Sword isn't yours. should you visit it? It is. It's Cloud. You start with Cure. So that is your basic healing spell in just about every game. It's Cure. When it levels up, we'll get Cure 2, and then Regen, and then Cure 3, and then it'll be Mastered. That is how this works. Some spells will just have a couple, but will still go up to 5 stars. But we'll only have a few abilities. So this is how you gain the abilities. The equip effect tells you how it's going to affect your stats. What typically happens is, when you put on materia, strength and HP will go down, but your magic and MP will go up. To be honest, these effects are pretty negligible. Due to the fact of how, when you level, you kind of gain everything anyway. And equipment really affects things more than materia. Because you have limited slots, even if we had 2, we'd have -2 strength and -4% max HP. But there's also ways to offset that if you start to feel it, but you probably won't, to be honest. Just use the spells that you feel like you really need. You should be using materia all the time. Don't let this persuade you all that much, to be honest. This persuades you, the abilities. So you just select the materia you want to use. For the purpose of the tutorial, it'll be Restore, and then you put it in the slot. I can't remember, does something happen when you master all the materia in the game? Something can happen, Swift, if you gather some special... You get a Chaos Emerald. Yeah, that's it. You get a Chaos Emerald. You would be surprised how kind of close you are to that. You can get some really special materia at the end of the game if you do everything right and you have maxed out materia. More on that way later. This is curative materia. If you want to know what its effect is, line up the cursor with check in the menu. So you can see check, push the OK button. It's just like selecting battle commands. Go to magic and you can see the spells that you have. So right now we have Cure, but you could also see that just from the materia itself. Now you can use Cure. And that's all there is to equipping materia. See, wasn't that tough? Actually, there's a bit more to equipping materia. When you want to remove any materia, it's easy as pointing the materia slot and pushing the menu button, and it'll go away. Just one thing you have to be careful of. Whenever you equip materia, your situation changes, which is what I went over. Okay, the equip. Parts of you may become stronger, while others may get weaker. Normally when you equip magic materia, it's like I said, physical strength weakens, but your magic goes up. Materia is kind of a double-edged sword, but it's not that much of a double-edged sword. On the left side of the screen, you can see the materia's effects on you. Try out various things. Okay, that's not all there is to materia. I'll give you some advanced tips later. I'll give you some advanced tips in a little bit. Only 11 materia, right? The materia is limited to 3 at max, right? Well, no, your materia is limited to whatever your slots can hold. Bleep! What's this? It wasn't that tough crap! I don't get it. You just handle the materia, Cloud. So we can now access materia.
Cloud, I got a message from the weapon shop man upstairs. He has something he wants to give you. Don't forget. Marlene, you watch the store while we're gone. Alright, good luck.
Bye. Should Avalanche be using this? Materia is like Mako from what I remember hearing, right? You are correct. But, gotta use it if we're gonna get anywhere. Okay, a couple of things we can do now that we have access to town. First, Tifa gets restored. Cloud comes equipped with 2 materia, which is how he was casting spells. They're already in his Buster Sword. He has Lightning, And ice. Oh, those go up to 4 stars. Great. So, as it levels up, it'll go from Bolt, Bolt 2, Bolt 3. The good old-fashioned, not this raw and aga stuff. And ice, ice 2, ice 3. That's how it works. Marlene isn't good at a bartender. She's a perfect bartender. She can make a mean apple juice. Or orange juice. Well, Tifa's not just a bar, it's also a shop. So she's just tending the shop side. That's how I always put it in my headcanon anyway. Ice and Bolt, you've seen Bolt, I haven't casted Ice. So lightning and ice, basically. As you level up, you'll get stronger spells. The Bronze Bangles don't have any materia slots, so... There we go. Tifa's weapon is a leather glove. She punchies. She uses punchies. You have seen that in World of Final Fantasy. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just walk out of here without buying something. Might be unhealthy for you, if you know what I mean. Ah! You scare me. Iron Bangles, the assault gun that we got for free, and grenades. Grenades are an attack item, explosive damage against one opponent. You just... and it does damage. How much damage? Don't remember. When you click on the Iron Bangle, you can see on the bottom, well, just hovering over it, you can see how it affects defense. 10, 10, 10. So it's better. Iron is better than bronze. You can also see when you go to buy it, the slots that it has. So this has 1 slot. Grab that in a bit. Forget about it. He'll forget about it. Oh, you! Get my friend on the 2nd floor to teach you. Okay. This is the beginner's hall. This is the place that is like, yeah, the weapon shop owner wanted to talk to you. This is an important place. This is the beginner's hall. Say you're a beginner, but your eyes say you're not. Don't mess with me. I used to be in Soldier. I'll tell you how much I know. And for free, too. What do you want to know? So, this is everything that you can use if you don't know Final Fantasy VII. Fortunately, you have me. And I've gone over a lot of these. How to save. You already saw how to save. You go up to that save point and you click on it. So there's that. How to heal your allies. You can use potions, healing items, or we now have access to the cure spell from the restorative materia. Curative magic. You already seen that. Weapons and armor. I've already gone over that. How to apply materia. Done that. Effective ways to use materia. I'll go over that as we go on. How to form your battle party, check your status, limit status, other things to watch for, that's all we don't need. This is an all materia. Time for some advanced lessons in materia. Hey, you got one right off. That was a materia. Next, take this treasure chest. Free treasure chest. So we get a free ether, which is nice. Now listen, hidden in these treasure chests are a lot of items. There are box types and bag types. Make sure you don't overlook any. Okay. This is an all materia. It is blue, as you can see. Materia that gives you spells are green. Materia that's blue like this adds effects to materia. This is an all materia. It's extremely important. All effects on paired magic. What does that mean? If you look at Barrett's assault gun here and Cloud's Buster Sword, they have 2 slots. But not only do they have 2 slots, you can see there's this, like, link between them. A mimic, run! It's not a mimic, it was the person behind. He was just opening and closing the box. Let's hope so, because I don't want to face a mimic. You can see that these are linked right here. That's important. That means whenever you place a blue materia in, it will affect the other materia it's with. So, for example, if I put this all materia with this lightning materia, it makes it to where 1 time per battle, bolt will be casted on all enemies, not just one. That's what all materia does. It makes it from a single target to target all enemies. This works with Cure. If you put Cure on it, yeah, blue buffs the greens on either side. Either side of it, as long as it's linked like this. Or here, it will be Ice All. This works with Cure. You could Cure All. But it only works once per battle. As All levels up to 2, 3, 4, and Master, 5 stars, you can do it that many times per battle. So when it levels up and it's level 2, you can All twice per battle. You'll be running into a lot of different blue materia, but All is one of the most important ones, at least to start with. But it only works for magic. The All effects. So I'm going to put Lightning All and Ice. I would Cure All, but with it just being once, it'll be fine. So Lightning All, you'll see why I'm doing that later. And Barrett can have Ice, and Tifa can have Restore. Help! Smack, knock, 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 knock. Hit, 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 hit. You gotta hang in there. Your limit gauge is just starting to build. Ah! Okay, now your limit gauge is full. Go ahead and use it. Fight with your limit technique. Great. And you just got a little kid version of how exactly limit breaks work. As you get hit, the limit goes up. Ice bullets for Barrett. That's not how it works, Clever Stone. It's just a spell. You don't affect the weapon right now. You can affect it with a blue materia, like we just went over, but it just gives you spells. You saw how limit breaks work. And I already went over that at the beginning, but I'll go over it again, because limit breaks are really important. As you get hit, your limit gauge goes up. When it's full, you unleash a limit break. Cloud's limit break is Braver. As you can see, people have 4 levels of limit breaks. Mostly. We'll get to that. Most people will have 4 levels of limit breaks. Level 4 is special. You have to do something special to get it. But Cloud starts with Braver. Tifa starts with Beat Rush, which just attacks one opponent. Tifa has one of the coolest limit breaks in this game. More on that later. Barrett's is Big Shot. Attacks one opponent. As they get higher, you'll start seeing not only hitting multiple opponents, but having special status effects, all kinds of things. This is the fabled save point. At a save point, you can use a tent and/or select save. You can also do something else there, but right now it's a secret. Even if you're wiped out, if you've saved, you can restart from that point. That way, you don't have to worry you've been wiped out. This is the fabled save point. I'll probably see you again somewhere down the road. Bye, save point. This is a treasure chest. Make sure you grab treasure chest. There you go. It's that simple. You could get Thea the Awakening. Is that what you're talking about, Clever Stone? That game? Sure you want to save? Yes. The save point looks like the Riddler staff. A little bit. These guys up here, I'll rap with you for a while, will tell you everything you need to know about battle. This is helpful. About the active time battle. Thea Divides. I don't think I've heard of that. At time battle, numbers on the screen. Change and defend, escape, gauges, status, elements. I'm kind of going over most of these. Elementals you saw in the fight. Some enemies will be weak to some elements. It's kind of easy to figure out. Machines will be weak to thunder. Fire will be weak to ice. Ice will be weak to fire. That's kind of it. There's not that many elements here. You're going to be using fire, ice, and lightning for the most part. Till later in the game, where you can get some higher spells. And even later in the game, you're still kind of using ice, fire, and lightning. So that's and non-elemental. That's what you use for the most part. So there you go. It's very basic stuff. If you played any RPG, you'll have a good sense of what the basics are trying to teach you here. This is Slump, so I don't think you can stay for free. What are you gonna do? No, I'm good. That's how this works. It's an N. That's all it is. Old dude. Kids these days. Alright. Jump down. And where I wanted to go. Sorry. And the save point bounces there. Don't worry, it's not going to do that anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. 3 iron bangles. Thank you. 1 grenade so I can show it off. Iron bangle, iron bangle, iron bangle. It also gives 2 magic defense down there. You see that? Oh. Hi, Thea. Welcome to the stream. Something Gatling gun. Okay. So does the bodyguard attack if you don't buy? No. It's just saying you should gear up before you leave, and you should get used to do that in every at every shop. Yeah, typical RPG thing. He sounds threatening, but he's really not that that threatening. Actually, what I want to do real quick, we don't need these bronze bangles. I can sell those. 1, 2, 3. One more question about the 3DS. If you use an emulator, would you be able to record and upload? There's not a good emulator from what I know. Citra, I've never heard of it. I would have to I'd have to look at it. I would, but there's some games I wouldn't be able to do. Because of like online stuff. This guy is the item shop. We said we buy. He sells restore, lightning, ice, and fire materia as well. Potions. Phoenix Downs. Seen the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind trailer? I have not, but I don't play Elder Scrolls Online, so it would make sense that I haven't seen that. Antidotes cure poison, which is pretty standard. But yeah, I would be able to emulate if I could emulate the 3DS. I could try to record it. I mean, the new computer should be able to handle it. Like, I know the old computer could barely do the DS, the old computer I had. I could record and upload, but I'd have to have a good way to do it. I'd have to set it all up. And like I said, there'll be some games that I just wouldn't be able to do because I wouldn't have online capability because, hey, it's emulated. So, like, Awakening, for example. I could play the base game without the DLC, but why? I would just want to trounce Awakening because it'd be more fun that way. Could look through my games. I could do a few of them. Okay, I'll do that later, Swift. Thanks for letting me know. In fact, I will write that down so I don't forget.